Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have been always talking about the power of the language. I've also been talking about the power of the words. And there are certain words which are really powerful. And if we can understand the true meaning of those words, I'll tell you a lot can become different and a lot can become interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about a word today which is often used word, a word which touches us on a day-to-day basis. And the word in reference today, ladies and gentlemen, is a word called culture. And have you ever noticed that this word culture is used in different contexts? So you have a culture of the organization, you have the culture of the family, you have culture of a particular community, and you also have what is called as agriculture, or what is called as horticulture, or what is called as a floriculture. And interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, you also have the usage of the word culture in medical science, I mean in pathology, where we are talking about tissue culture, where we talk about blood culture. Now please check this word culture, which is appearing in so many contexts. And what is more interesting is to find out that what is the meaning of this word in these different contexts or different parlance, okay? And you will find that the meaning is more or less same, whether it is about organization culture, whether it is about agriculture, or whether it is about culture in the medical science. So let me get into the meaning, or before the meaning, let me get into the etymology or the origin of the word culture, okay? So this word culture originates from the Latin origin, and there's a word in Latin called colere, C-O-L-E-R-E. Now this word has two meanings. Meaning number one is tilling, so T-I-L-L, which is tilling, okay. So we till soil, and we till means we mix up things in such a way so that it becomes fertile. So the farmer has to do the tilling of the soil before the seed is being sowed. The second meaning of this Latin word is worship, which gets represented in another word which is called cult, C-U-L-T. Now cult gets connected with the meaning which is a worship, and agriculture gets connected with the meaning which means tilling. Hence, if you look at it in an organizational context and if we try to understand the word culture, I think it means that the way the resources in the organization are being tilled, the way the whole preparation and the whole readiness to make things grow is being done. If you look at medical science, when we say that, look, I've got to give my blood for culture examination, do you know what happens there? So there also a particular type of a virus is given an environment or put into a context where it grows. The way it grows, the cycle through which it grows is being observed, and then the antibodies are being fired, and then what is called as a sensitivity to a particular antibody is being arrived at. Now check the word in context of an organization, where it means enabling the potential of the people in the organization to reach to the best possibility. So the leadership team which is there in the organization is like a gardener. And a gardener knows that there are different type of seeds, and gardener also knows that which seed has a capability to emerge or get converted into a sapling or a tree. The interesting point, ladies and gentlemen, here is that look, every seed has a different possibility, okay, and the gardener has an eye and that flair to figure out that look, which seed is going to get it what. Similarly, a good leadership team with the organization also has this capability to have idea with reference to the different seeds which are there in the organization, the possible potential, and the culture in the organization is something which enables this potential to reach to the possibility and make the potential reach to the maximum possible. And interestingly, there are different type of people in the organization, which means that the seeds are different. And what happens when a seed gets converted into a sapling? Now, there is an interesting important point here. When a seed tries to get converted into a sapling, the first thing which the seed needs to do is that it needs to peel off the outer layer. The germination of the seed would only happen when the outer layer is being removed. And I think the role of the culture is to enable, to facilitate this removing of the outer layer, so that the inner potential of the seed emerges and a seed converts into what is called as a sapling or even a big tree. Otherwise, a small seed does not appear to have a potential to become a huge tree, but it happens. So is the case with the people in the organization, that there is an inequality as far as the potential is concerned. But if the organization has a culture, it means that it has that capability to ensure that this inequality is being converted into a harmony where every instrument, every note and the singer, everything becomes melodious and everything gets into a growth. So that is what is the meaning of the word culture, ladies and gentlemen. If we try to see some other dimensions of the word, there is another word called civilized. So people say that, look, he doesn't come from a civilized family, okay. Now, when we are using the word civilized, there is some similarity between the word civilized and culture, okay. Now, do you know what is it called in Hindi? Civilized in Hindi means sabhyata. And if you can recall my earlier video where I've talked about sabha, civilized means sabhya, and sabhya means someone who is able to illuminate himself and someone who is able to illuminate other, okay. So if you say that you are civilized, you are only civilized if you have this capability to illuminate others and add value to others and enable others to reach to their level of potential, okay. Isn't it interesting? And how do we look at the word culture in the organization? We look at culture in terms of the way things are being done in the organization. Yes, that's a very limited part of the culture, okay. We also say the culture of the organization gets depicted by the type of processes which the organization has. Yes, that's also true. But I think the moot point and the deeper point is, how does organization enables people to reach to their level of potential is what determines the culture of the organization. So that's the story of the culture, ladies and gentlemen. So next time when you use the word culture in organizational context or in a family context or in any context, please keep this in mind, that culture is something which enables a seed to peel off the outer layer so that the seed reaches to its best possible potential. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me. Do subscribe my channel Nirmal Singh Raghav and keep sharing your feedback. It does matter to me. Have a wonderful day ahead. Things are not very good around, so take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and stay responsible, stay happy. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Jai Ho.